Okay folks, what's going on? It's me, Truck Driver Sean. I have been waiting for this amp forever. This is a bucket list amp of mine. I saw it, Jesus, I want to say 5-6 years ago. Ola got it. And I was watching this video and I was like, why is this thing not making the rounds on YouTube? Thing sounds fantastic. And this is the updated version. They're calling it the V2, I guess, or Mark II. This thing right here, I'll tell you right off the bat, if you want a flubby amp that you can tinker with and, you know, do all kinds of crazy soundscapes with because it's chubby and you can throw overdrives and boost and clean boost and EQs at it, this is not for you. This thing is tighter than a nun's twat. I'll tell you right now. It is tight. It's tight. It's so tight that down-tuned and extended range is probably where this amp is going to be the happiest. And it's fantastic. I've wanted this for so long. As you can tell, I kind of jumped around genres a little bit with that little intro video, and it really lends itself to a fantastic array of different stuff. I could run you through this thing completely, so I'm not going to. By the way, how cool is this? This is the face it had on Ola's video, and I loved it. It's like a rusted metal plate. They don't do that anymore, but the owner over at Chaos Amp did me a solid and did that for me. Thank you. Because there's certain things as a guitar player that makes your dick rigid. That makes my dick rigid. Just gonna put that out there. It does. It makes me rigid enough to fuck your mom, which I probably do anyway, but you know how that goes. So they also sent the one, like, if it normally comes with this right here. I guess I could have done this, huh? That's what normally comes with it. Okay? But the rusted metal front is awesome. If the guy from Chaos Amp's watching this, you need to keep leaving that as an option. Even if you have to upcharge people, I'm sure almost anybody that wants that would be okay with an upcharge. So yeah, this amp is fantastic. You have quite a few options. You have a clean channel that's not really clean, but it's called the Hatred. Do you really want an awesome clean channel on an amp called the Hatred? I mean, honestly, is that what you're looking for? I'm not looking for it. Fuck clean channels. But what's really good is you get an awesome classic rock tone out of it. So you have these little toggles here which kind of give you a little bit of different voicing options, a little bit of different brightness, a little bit of different like body to it. Like you can play with like the soundscape of how open and how tight you want it. And then you have a feedback control, which is kind of nice because it keeps the feedback from coming. The only thing that could have made that better, and I know it's probably a logistical nightmare to do it, would be to put a noise gate that's permanent in the back of it, sort of like what Angle does with the Fireball. That would have been really nice to this, because it's a little bit of a hissy bitch, but I have 1,000 noise gates, so I can just chuck one on it. But having the feedback control is really nice, and it also, when you flick the switch over here, they call it a depth and NFB. All I know is if you have it in the NFB position, it is a really, really dynamic and chimey amp, and it sounds really, really good. It's fun to play. It really does. It's a fantastic amp. I will say though, right off the bat, is this the amp I was hoping I'd have? No. I'm not a big fan of super tight amps, but am I glad I got it? Yes. This will sit perfect. What's great is it sounds a little different than everything else in my collection. I have kind of a strange collection that's a little different than most people, and I kind of like that. Little builders and stuff, it's kind of my jam. Yes, I have some very notable builders back there, but for the most part, it's all small builder stuff, small companies. And even the companies you think are big companies, at the end of the day, what they sell, they're small companies. All right, so you obviously have, these are all independent. You have 2 independent channels. You can do everything except for the master is the master, all right? Gain, bass, middle, treble, volume, presence, and high cut. It's weird how that works. Like it's presence, and then once a presence comes, it kind of does this weird thing, which is probably why they call it the high cut. I wouldn't really call it a high cut myself, but it's a magical knob. It really voices this amp to do a lot of different things, and it really is fantastic. Now this is a 50 watt amp. It runs off 4, I believe it's 4 preamp tubes and 2 power tubes. I believe it is EL34 and AX7s, but I could be wrong, because I'm wrong almost every single time I say what kind of tubes are in it, because I am just not a tube guy. I don't usually give a shit what tubes are in it. But yeah, this thing is stupid. On the back of it, you have your normal 16, 8, and 4 ohm speaker inputs. You have an effects loop that you have a volume on. You can actually, how sensitive do you want that to be, which is kind of a nice touch. And yeah, you just got your normal stuff, a couple fuses back there. So it's very cool. I also like there's only 2 screws to get into the back of it. and it's the first amp I've had shipped to me where, or the second amp I've had shipped to me where the tubes were separate, so they were protected instead of just shipping it willy-nilly in the amp. Granted, yes, every amp I ship willy-nilly, but this came from like Hungary, Budapest to be exact. That's a long freaking ways away. It went on a journey. You should see the box. Oh my god, I was gonna do an unboxing, but no one needs to see that to be scared to death to order anything. But it showed up. Everything's in one piece. Everything's great. Even though you look at the box and you're like, oh my god. But this guy shipped this so it could take the journey. It came out fine. So what we'll do now, I'm going to plug into this and just turn some knobs just for those people that are like,
You need to turn some knobs. Turn some fucking knobs.
I'm going to turn some knobs. Alright. Just using the Hatred, and I'm going to use my A6 Neon Pink Solar, because I figured I saw this amp because of Ola, so why not throw a little love to Ola. It's a good dude. He's probably one of the best dudes on the internet. Might not handle his solar business awesome all the time, but hey, growing pains, right? You know, the guy's got a massive company. He's not the only one that answers for it, right? Stop chewing on his dick. Give him a minute. All right. Oh, I got the standby on. All right, so I'm just going to turn the vocal mic off and just turn some knobs, give you an idea what this thing will do. All right, here we go. Alright, for all you gain monsters out there, this is with the gain all the way cranked. That's it. It's plenty of gain, but it's so tight that you're not going to have that oversaturated feeling like you'd have like a Mesa Boogie or a JCM 800. It's super, super tight. Alright? So, I got 2 more switches to go through. That's the brightness switch and the body switch. Alright, I'm going to show you a little bit of channel 1, just because it's that different. So here we go. So as you can tell, yeah, channel 1 is a clean channel. It's not that clean, but it at least gives you a little bit of a tonal thing. What I thought would be really cool, and I got thinking about it, which of course again is probably a logistical nightmare, would be able to put channel 1 and channel 2 together, and that probably give you that crazy high gain that everybody likes to have. But honestly, it's kind of a gift to have something that tight. I mean, we're always throwing pedals at our other amps, right, to get it that tight. This one's already tight. Plug into it and go. You know what I'm saying? All right. Huge thanks to the people out at Chaos. This amp is awesome. Oh my God, what a journey to get that thing to my house. We're talking many months. Very, very cool amp. It will stay in my collection forever. I love this thing. It sits great in my collection. So yeah, very cool. If you have any questions about the Hatred by Chaos Amp, please feel free to reach out to me through my social media outlets, or you can leave a comment down below and I will answer it, because, you know, I pretty much answer everything because I don't have that many subscribers, so no one's really blowing my shit up, you know what I mean? So with that said, keep music evil. Alright? Bring metal to the children. And hey, don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit. And hey, if you feel inclined, I'm not doing a Patreon, so smash that thank you button. Leave me $1. Leave $100. I don't give a fuck. Leave $1. Hell, if 20 people leave $1, I'll get paid more by that than what YouTube pays. And all that money that comes from this goes to buying stuff like pedals and stuff that I do giveaways for. That's how I'm funding the giveaways from now on. Either kindness of companies, which by the way, we do have a couple of them coming, or money from that's accumulated from this shit. Alright, very cool. If you want one of these, there's a bit of a wait for them. They do have a dealer in the United States. I just can't remember where the guy is. But I'd order direct just because it's a fun journey. And the dude that owns the place, he's a solid, nice guy. I want to thank Daniel Ringel for hooking me up with that guy. And he's just such a nice guy. He's probably a guy that even though I bought his product, I'll still chat up every once in a while. And I kind of like to try his sludge. If anybody has the sludge amp by Chaos kicking around, I will pay shipping both ways to get the amp from you and back to you if I can borrow it, just to check it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, very cool. Thank you everybody for tuning in repetitively. I can't thank the 150, 200 people that watch my shit religiously. That is for an idiot truck driver, that someone who does this is for fun. That's pretty awesome. All right, very cool. Again, gear used. Got a Solar A2 Neon Pink and the Hatred by Chaos Amp. The cab I'm using is a monster cab loaded up with a Manowar Eminence speaker. And that's it. Don't get any easier than that. Alright. Later, man. Y'all be good. Seriously, treat each other good. Don't be an asshole. Alright? Later.